Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The timing, sir, is yours. You tell me when to stop. I would like to thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be here today. And I would like actually to divide my keynotes into parts. The first 5 minutes, I would give a brief on achievements of United Arab Emirates and how we deal with interoperability and the uncertainty associated with it. And probably we look into the second one with looking into the probably some other notes. My colleagues would actually give us some information on what we have today in the United Arab Emirates. I would not be reading from this, but it's information for you to gather and take home, maybe. What we really have information on, we have information on 2016 and the estimated domestic traffic in United Arab Emirates is in the verge of 3 million TEUs. Intermodality on this is actually in currently in two components, basically the ports and the roads. These sectors in general is divided into the various emirates in the slide 2, and each emirate is actually giving some number on the intermodality freight as well, and how much they contribute into the economy. Another slide would actually be looking into how far, as you may well know, that United Arab Emirates is actually the hub of the region, and how we interact with our neighbors in the region. The slide before that is giving us how much of intermodality is being shared with the various countries. We have about 21% as the intermodal transit in United Arab Emirates, and that 21% is actually giving us a thought on how do we look into the future with providing a third method of transportation. 5 years ago, we have thought, along with our neighboring states and GCC, to probably look into a third model of transportation, and that is the rail. We agreed on a ceiling that we would be constructing the rail, and that was 2021. In United Arab Emirates, we managed to complete a portion of that within the United Arab Emirates border, and that was about 264 kilometers. That 264 kilometers was able to remove about, and that is good news for Ambardo, to remove about 1,000 trucks from the road, and that is by itself is actually adding additional safety and security to the driving on these roads, and also affect the environment of the traffic as well. So this is the thought of the future in United Arab Emirates, along with its neighbors, being a leader on the region, we would have duties to do, and we felt that we should also lead on providing not only the freight to the region, but also providing a third method of interacting with the freight and the uncertainty associated with it and the sustainability of the future. Nonetheless, this is the part that I would like to keep. This is actually the terminals, and it was divided into 3 parts. One of them, each of them is regional, secondary, and primary terminal, and each has a reason where the primary would actually be located on ports or the main ports of the United Arab Emirates. The phase 2 actually would be linking what we have completed so far in the West Coast to Khalifa Port and Jebel Ali ports, and these ports are probably the major, not only in the United Arab Emirates but also in the region. The United Arab Emirates thought that the future would actually add more responsibilities on us, not only by looking into a third method of transportation and the freight associated with it and the sustainability associated with it. We felt that we should actually go further than that. Only last week we have concluded the governmental summit, and one of the main conclusions that we gave to the audience, to the people who attended, I'm quite sure some of you have had the opportunity to be part of the interactions on the international summit that has been conducted in Dubai last week. We have actually given our audience who attended the summit some takeaway for them. We felt that the area in general and the world as such is keen in not only in sustainability as we read it today. Nonetheless, sustainability had to deal also with the uncertain future of the freight, uncertain future of the methods of that we follow, whether it's through ports, railway, or roads. There are definitely uncertainty that would have to deal with it. So we have given a takeaway to the audience, and I would like to keep this takeaway on this session, and I would like to keep that we would really be looking into the future in a more of an intellectual way, rather than only looking into the past and the strategies associated with the past and the method of the past. Today, we have actually drone being conducted or being developed to probably share some part of the freight. Today, we have an e-commerce that actually dealing with much of the businesses that we consider today as given as a port component or a road component. The drone today, yes, it's not carrying a huge load, but you never know. In 5-10 years, I remember in Leipzig 5 years ago when we met with the I think a Danish firm who invented the drone. They were not very much keen in seeing the drone as we see it today. Today we are very much ahead of it. But what happened? That we have failed to legislate it before we see it fact. So I believe that we should actually be looking into legislation, and the artificial intelligence associated with it should actually be looked at summits like this, at sessions like this, at intellectual experts like what we have here today, because the time is going very fast. 5 years ago, to me, it was just like yesterday. And today, we are actually fighting, running fast to really deal with the drone and the uncertainty associated with it, the legislative part of it, at least, is not being totally completed. Yes, we abide it here and there, we banned it here and there, but we do not have what it takes to make this as a given intermodality that would add to our infrastructure and would help actually in improving our business environment as well. I know I've taken much of your time. Thank you very much, and I thank you very much, everybody.